Section 12.1 Statistics is the process of collecting, organizing, and analyzing data. Descriptive statistics is collecting and summarizing, maybe gathering information, making a graph. Inferential statistics makes generalizations and predictions. Maybe you are tracking a storm, and like a weather person is tracking a storm, and based on the path that it has taken, you can predict where it's going to go next. A population is the set of all people or items in a group. A sample is a subset of a population. It's part of the whole. An example, a group of hotel owners in a large city decide to conduct a study of citizens to ask their opinion about casino gambling. Describe the population, the set of all citizens in the city. One of the hotel owners suggests asking people at a nightclub. This is not a good idea because this would not represent all citizens. Sampling means the different ways you can decide who gets picked. Sampling types. The most common one is random. Every element has an equal chance of being selected. There's no set pattern. A frequency distribution lists all the data items and then how many of each item. Construct a frequency distribution for the numbers. The numbers are listed there. We see that there are the numbers 1 through 17. There are 2 ones. Frequency just means count. There's 1, 2, 2 4s, 8 is there 1 time, 9 is there 3 times, 11 is there twice, and 17 is there 1 time. Frequency just means count. A frequency distribution that lists all possible data items can be quite cumbersome, which just means tedious. It would take a lot of time and would be very long when there's many such items. So look at those numbers, We wouldn't want to list out every single number, Like I see 54 all the way to 82, That is a lot. Well, really 40, there's numbers in the 40s. It would be better to group the items into what's called classes or groups, So let's go through and list or count how many items we have in these groups, We're going to group them, the numbers in the 40s, the 50s, and so forth, So let's look at everything in the 40s. I've got 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 things in the 40s. Let's go to the 50s. I'm going to use another color for the 50s. Let me highlight that is the yellows. Let's use this light green. I'm looking at the first row, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 there. All right, let's choose orange. So this will be oranges. So now I'm looking at the 60s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6. Let's do red for the 70s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, let's do pink for the 80s. Pink highlighter. Okay, 80s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, what do we have left? Have we done blue? Let's do blue. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. Now, it said there were 40 numbers. So if we add 3 plus 6 plus 6 plus 11 plus 9 plus 5, n equals 40, means there were 40 total. Okay, it should always add to the total. This would be our frequency. The leftmost number in each class is called the lower class limit, okay? So that would be our 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. The rightmost number is called the upper class limit. So that would be 49, 59, 69, and so forth. Okay. Notice if you take the difference between any two consecutive lower class numbers, okay, what does that mean? If you do 50 minus 40, or 60 minus 50, 70 minus 10, okay? It's how much is added to get the next left one, okay? That would also be the same. 49 plus 10 is 59. 59 plus 10 is 69, okay? That is called the class width. The class width should be the same every time. Okay, let's make these a little bigger. A histogram is just a bar graph where you list counts, okay? Where you count. So if you just look at the height of the bar, I didn't mean to write on there. If you look at the height of the bar, it tells you how many things were in that group, okay? So if you look at 10, it goes up to 1. If you look at 11, it goes up to 2. So the height of the bar is just the counts. Okay. A histogram can also draw a line. You put a dot in the middle of each of the bars, and that's just called a frequency polygon. It's the same thing, it's just another way of graphing it. Okay. Now, let's go back to our stem and leaf. Okay. We're going to go through and write down the first digit, okay, like the tens place is called your stems. So the numbers went from 40 to 90, and the leaves are going to be the ones digits, okay? So I'm going to go in order. The first number is 82, so I'm going to put a 2 here. The next number is 47, so I put a 7 here. The next number is 75, so put a 5 in the 70s. 64, 57, 82, 63, 93. Okay, so that's the first row. So stem equals tens place, leaves equal ones place. All right, our next row, I've got 76, 68, 84, 54, 88, 77, 79, 80. The third row, 94, 92, 94, 80, 94, 66, 81, 67. The fourth row, 75, 73, 66, 87, 76, 45, 43, 56. Okay, our last row, 57, 74, 50, 78, 71, 84, 59, 76. Okay, so you can see most of the more numbers are in the 70s. Okay, the least amount of numbers are in the 40s. Okay, that is the end of this lesson.